Hi Aries, how are you doing? This is your December 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. I hope you're enjoying this Sagittarius transit after the intense, heavy Scorpio energy casting you into the 8th house. Now we have the 9th house energy, which is a lot more expansive. It's a lot more philosophical. It's a lot more comfortable for you, Aries, being a fellow fire sign. The interesting thing is, Aries, if I could talk, sorry, Mercury retrograde is really getting to me. If I could speak. So the thing is, you're a leader, Aries. You like to direct. You like to take the lead. You like to be an emperor. You like to delegate. Sagittarius is a bit more easygoing. It's a bit more mutable. It's a lot more carefree of what the outcome will be. And with Mercury having been retrograde in that sector, you may have been feeling a little bit frustrated with travel plans, debates. You may not have been able to speak your truth as clearly as you'd like to. You might have been feeling a bit snappy. Maybe a bit more judgmental on some things, Aries. Join the club. We've all been there. That's what Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius will do. It just so happens Sagittarius is your 9th house and it's 9th house energy. You guys kind of got the brunt of misunderstandings in terms of religious debates, politics, that kind of thing. So you might be feeling a little bit wounded by somebody else because you felt like you got the blame in a lot of situations. The thing is, Aries, a lot of this month with Jupiter and the Sun both being in your sector of travel, it'd be an amazing time to decide if you want to go back to school or you want to travel or you want to learn a new skill, learn something new. Plan your dream vacation for 2019. With Jupiter in that side of the sky for you, you could travel everywhere. Okay, so Venus is in your 8th house. Scorpio. Enter Scorpio on the 3rd after a Venus retrograde period, whereby a lot of that was spent in Scorpio, but it was also spent in your partnership sector. Your relations, your in-laws, other people's money, your money and how it affects other people, payments. Could have been dealing with somebody who's trying to get away with not paying their share. You could be dealing with someone who's not telling you the whole truth in a financial situation. Or you may feel like other people are constantly taking from you and you're not getting anything back. Interesting. Mars in Pisces. Your ruler occupied by dreamy, sensitive Pisces. Soft Pisces. And you just want to get things done. To be honest, Aries, I can see a little bit of frustration with mutable people. You know, the mutable mode people. Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Gemini. 8 of Pentacles, as I said, study would be a brilliant time to study. Maybe some of you are actually graduating in December. Page of Pentacles. Definitely, actually, some of you are graduating from a course or from a college or from a university or school, whatever. Interesting. Some of you are also studying a new skill. As I said, this is very, very 9th house, the way these cards are looking. It would be wise to take up a new skill under this transit because you might make money from it. We have the 5 of Cups. Helping you. You're shifting your perspective. Judgment, challenge, the outcome. 4 of Wands. Interesting. I love the 4 of Wands as an outcome for December. It's very Christmassy energy. What's underneath? Temperance, healing, blending of energies, particularly between you and a water sign. If you're dealing with somebody of that element. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Scorpio and Aries seem to kind of have this affinity. I guess it's being Mars children. You know, you're all Martians. I don't take that as an insult because Martians are out of this world, obviously. So with Temperance here, there's a blending of energies. There's sort of a healing. And it's a long overdue healing, I feel, with Judgment. For Judgment here, I do think some of you aren't following your calling, though. You have a new change in perspective over what it is that you should be doing. Some of you are watching this and you should have been a teacher, or you should be a teacher, because there's some sort of divine link to children with this. The 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, you could have been a great scholar, a great teacher, a great professor. Judgment in the challenge, you're not being completely true and authentic to who you are and what you want. The 5 of Cups, however, that is more so to do with what's going right for you. So if we look at the Five of Cups in a positive way, that means his time crying over the 3 that have spilled is done, and he's ready to turn around and acknowledge the 2. And indeed, Aries, there seems to be a love offer. Because the Four of Wands is all about the family. It's about community. Healing something that needed to be addressed very strongly. Judgment demanded your attention. Possibly something came out into the ether, into your awareness spectre about something you really didn't know. Because Judgment sort of just had it, you know, it's a moment. It's kind of this big fanfare where the truth comes out, whether you like it or not. The Challenge position, it might have been something that was kind of alarming. But it's this rebirth, it's an inner calling. And this means that you're ignoring that. There could be actually really, with Judgment here, I feel like there could be something very life-changing. A particular path is opening up to you. A particular relationship is opening up to you that could be life-changing. And for some reason with Judgment and the Challenge, it means you're not so certain about this. Temperance is asking you to blend your emotions and your passions together. Temperance is very... It's very like Mars and Pisces having a harmonious moment of understanding. Because Mars and Pisces, it's not comfortable. But it's creative, okay? If Mars and Pisces can do anything, it can reveal talents to you that you didn't know you had. Mars and Pisces has a lot to do as well with the aggressive tendencies in our subconscious. So it's the things that really irk us, you know, snap reactions, quick reactions, temper tantrums. A lot of the time that's to do with something that we're keeping in our head. It's like a trigger. You discover something that triggers you this month, and you can maybe finally address it. If you've been getting snappy for a long time, it's not because you are a snappy or aggressive person. It's actually because you're suppressing something. And you need to be more forgiving of yourself. Strength is all about embracing our animalistic side. You know, that ferocious lion. She's compassionate. She's got courage. She's not afraid. And that's what strength is all about. It's channeling your inner strength and your infinite wisdom. Some of you may have wanted to work with animals your whole life, and you finally get that opportunity. Maybe that was your dream that you ignored. Maybe you wanted to be a vet. Maybe you wanted to work with animals. Maybe you wanted to go on safari. Maybe that's the holiday you want. You know, I said travel is where your luck is, Aries, for the next year. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles. Some of you have a skill that you're working on that's going to make you a lot of money. Yep. The Moon. And the Challenge, the Star is the challenge. Interesting. And the Sun. Queen of Swords. We have the whole universe here for you, Aries. This is amazing. So the Moon helping you. It's illuminating. As I said, there is something in your subconscious that's coming out. There's a full moon in Cancer. Towards the end of December. I'll get more into that in depth in the mid-monthly readings. But for you, Cancer is the home. And then we have the Four of Wands, which also represents the home. So what does that mean? Some of you, it's almost as if you're getting some kind of resolution on a separation with a long-term partner that may actually be reconciled, it may be worked through, or it may just be that you finally feel free. Because the Sun and the Four of Wands is an amazing combination. It's really lovely. It's like a summer holiday feeling, you know, feeling as if you have no cares in the world. You're supported. You have good people around you. You have people you love. You're protected by those 4 pillars. And the sun is shining down on you. The skies are blue and you couldn't be happier. But then we have the Moon. The challenge being the Star, though, just makes me think you have a lack of hope in a situation. You have a lack of faith in how things are going to turn out. Things kind of look like they're turning out pretty well this month for you, Aries. So I wouldn't fret about it. It may be the uncertainty surrounding following a passion or following a relationship. We have the King of Pentacles smack bang in the middle. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, there could be some sort of connection here, especially if you work with them. Could be romantic. We do have air, though. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's interesting. The Star and Judgment. Lack of faith in the bigger picture. Lack of faith in a plan. A lack of faith in your destiny. It's like your dreams are calling, but you're not answering. Okay. Could have been because there was some twist of fate that you really didn't like. Yet there's a release. So I'm thinking this could have been something from a couple of months ago. Or sooner, obviously, but let me see. I think the sun, because the sun is one of the most positive, carefree energies. You're enjoying some quality time with people that matter. Some quality connections. Good conversations, good wine, good food. It's very Christmassy, as I said. But I suppose with the moon there, there's a truth that comes out for you. It's internal. It's not necessarily anybody else's. It's more about yours. And you sort of realize that you have been seeing something or someone that you thought was your destiny in completely the wrong way. It's almost as if you have had a lack of guidance. It may be that you've not told other people about this situation. It may be that you didn't have anybody to tell. But you've been seeing something all wrong, and your perspective's going to change. You've been feeling like something that passed for you was the only thing meant for you. But what's for you won't pass you. You know, if it's meant to be yours, it will be yours. It's not going to decide, well, I'm meant to be with this Aries, but I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'll give it a miss. That doesn't happen. Two of Pentacles. You may have more than one ball in the air. You may have more than one project on the go. Five of Pentacles, but you fear financial insecurity. This is a risk assessment. Some of you want to take a financial risk, but you're worried it won't pay off. Could be with an earth sign. It could be a business partner. It could be a romantic person. The Hierophant is in the positive position though. Tradition. Challenge is the Knight of Cups. Some of you were very disappointed emotionally, and Justice is the outcome. Karmic ties and contracts aflow. Page of Swords. Okay, so I mean, Justice is one of those interesting ones. It can represent a Libra. Most often than not, it represents truth, most importantly. And that's kind of what you needed. This is what I think with Judgment and Justice, some of you for sure work in the legal profession or are dealing with somebody that works in the legal profession. Something is restored and it is so satisfying to you, Aries. Something is so satisfying. Something is going to make you crack open the champagne. Something is set. So, Justice. A lot of you could be dealing with accountancy as well, just because Justice, you know, the word accountability, being accountable for your actions, your past endeavours, your past karma. With the Sun, I feel like you've been very good. It's kind of like Santa's naughty or nicest. You've been nice, Aries. I'm worried there's a lot of cross-watchers watching this that are going to get really annoyed at me saying that, you know, if they've been wronged by an Aries. So if you've wronged anybody and they're cross-watching, just bear in mind, karma is being restored for whatever sense this month. Anyway, the Justice card always means karma. Being held to account, consequences for the actions. Okay, so it's kind of like some of you, Aries, have maybe been divorced before and are getting remarried, getting a really strong marriage theme. Some of you are actually getting married, or some of you are legally adopting children or legally changing residence, moving. Some of you have built up a business idea and you're putting pen to paper and you're starting it. You're being blessed by the sun being in Sagittarius, actually, and Jupiter being there too. As I say, if some of you are deciding to go back to university, it's going to be something that makes you a lot of money if you start under this transit. If you study hard under this transit, your results are going to be huge. A lot of you are relying on your faith, your religious faith, because something has rattled you. With Judgment and the Star, something questioned your faith. The Hierophant means you get it back, though. Especially with the Moon. You realise that you do trust, you do have faith in the universe, because we have the whole universe here. We have the star, we have the sun, we have the moon. And the Hierophant as well, don't forget, can represent formal study or honouring a family tradition. There could be something to do with family in this. You could be starting a family business, working with a family business. You're getting your mojo back this month, Aries. If you've been feeling a little bit lost, and this is the month where you feel found. For a lot of you guys, it looks like you're taking the Christmas season very seriously. For those of you that celebrate, it looks like a lot of you are really in the festive spirit. I mean, the Hierophant, you want to go to carol services, you want to attend church, Four of Wands in the Sun, celebrations, Christmas weddings. Some of you maybe get engaged at Christmas, just an FYI. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But sure. Do you know? You guys you've rejected the idea of being who you need to be for a long time. There's been a lack of acceptance for some sort of talent, for some sort of, it's kind of like, it's not accepting who you truly can be. And it's funny as well, and I will get into this more in the mid-monthly Aries, because when the sun moves into Capricorn, that's your 10th house, mid-heaven moment, and it's all about your career and your reputation, and your star shines then. And it's the best time ever to follow your calling, you know? Really embrace that energy and just be who you're meant to be. And figure out what dreams you want. And what better time to do it, because we go into the new year and you may find that you want to be in a completely different position this time next year. And I think you can really make that happen, Aries, if you want to. That's what the sun's telling you anyway. You could be in a completely different spot. And it could be really, really life-changing or enlightening. Maybe some of you want to study law, actually. It's very much about following your true passion and putting pen to paper. So it's something that requires it requires honesty. You know, contracts have to be entered in honestly with all the terms and conditions. So this is something that you've carefully assessed. It's a dream that you've carefully thought over. And as I say, if it's a romance, some of you might be thinking of making it a bit more official, or some of you might be making it more official. And it could be actually, when I look at the Knight of Cups and the Star, it could be that some of you had to leave somebody behind and you feel confused whether or not you made the right decision. It could be a Scorpio or an Aquarius, actually. I'm just thinking with the cards there. Or it could be that you really want to drive forward in your career, but you've met somebody you really like. And you kind of wonder, will I have time for both? Well, it looks like you do, Aries. Something puts a really big smile on your face. The word that I get from this is satisfied. Pretty content. I think some of you are really, you know, getting, either if you're in a legal situation, getting great legal advice. Some of you are having a, like some of you have a very good relationship with a father or a son. There could be something here about a father-son business, actually. You're going to be spontaneous. You're going to be carefree, and you're going to be enjoying what it is that you do. And for some reason, the way I see this, Aries, by this time next year, because this looks like a really solid skill, by this time next year, you will be doing something that you enjoy so much that you can't believe you get paid to do it. So I think there's an opportunity for you there if you harvest that energy. You know, if you have something in mind that you really want to make a project for yourself, it's that kind of energy. It's happy, it's feel good, it's enjoying yourself, it's feeling free. And for a lot of you, it is about releasing your inhibitions and just doing what it is that you want to do. Some of you had to make a very hard choice that was very heavy, and it may have been during Scorpio season. Those of you that work in the legal profession may have been dealing with a very heavy case. Others of you who are involved in a trial or a legal debate or debacle, you're really feeling the intensity, and it's affecting your life. Some of you, it could be affecting your romantic life. Some of you had to leave a relationship, and it was a very hard decision. Some of you regretted an ending, but for some reason, Aries, you come out of this month feeling a lot more carefree and embracing where you're at, embracing your decision. Justice in the outcome means you made the right choice. You weighed up the options. You did what was right for you. Even if it was tricky and the other person didn't take it well. Page of Swords. Could be a lot of gossip around you and you feel like other people are constantly... Yeah, that came out for gossip. 10 of Swords. You feel betrayed by somebody. You feel like somebody didn't have your back when they were meant to. Somebody really let you down. Actually could have been an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm just going to draw a clarifier for justice and see. The Three of Wands. This is a lot to do with travel. Some of you are relocating. Some of you are choosing a new project and you want to move overseas, but you're embracing a carefree attitude. And you're finally following your friggin' dreams. Good for you. I like this, Aries. I like it. Just remember, when Mars goes into your sign, hell hath no fury. You're going to be like... Oh, the Energizer Bunny on steroids. Once Mars goes into your sign. Butterfly Maiden transformation. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings you great blessings. Told ya. Without the risk of sounding smug, I told ya. Da 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 da. Oh, Sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. As if you didn't already know that. But it's worth telling you. Again, Aries, worth reminding you. Purification, temperance. It's time for cleansing, detoxification of your body and mind. Probably that's your New Year card. Because everyone needs a bit of a detox in January. So I really hope you enjoyed that, Aries. That is a little bit shorter than I was aiming for because your cards are kind of so exciting and full of potential that I don't know what else to say. Follow your calling because you've not been. There's something here that you can use, something you can utilize. And it could be to do with traveling. It's for some reason I'm getting legal and travel the most importantly from these cards. And you're really going through this transformation moment. You're coming out of your cocoon and you're being a beautiful butterfly. You're experiencing enormous change. Well, that goes without saying with judgment in the challenge. You know, judgment's like in a challenge. It's really tricky. But at the same time, it's something that you can certainly learn from. There's optimism in abundance coming out of December for you. Something is being fair. Something that was not fair until this point. If that makes sense to you, I really hope it does. Something that was so wrong and so out of balance. Something that seemed like it would never get better has gotten better. So maybe some of you have rekindled a relationship that you really thought was over. You know, this could have been, as I said, this could have been a water sign, a Scorpio in particular, something that you really thought was over. You thought it was done. You thought it was dead. You thought it would never come to fruition. It could have been a relationship. It could have been an opportunity. Something's coming to fruition and you're going to be satisfied. There's going to be something beautiful comes out of this. For some reason, and I feel like this was maybe to do with distance, but you were possibly dealing with a relationship that broke down because of distance, that they may have come back. You may be communicating again, and it might actually get a shot this time. There may actually be an opportunity. Could be an opportunity for reconciliation. The Four of Wands is that commitment, that next stage. The Sun is hope in eternal. Hope springs eternal. I think you're going to enjoy this month, Aries. A lot. I really do. I have a lot of hope that it's going to be something very comfortable for you, something a lot more exciting. At least you're going to be feeling the energy. You're going to be feeling that sun card, keeping you warm in the middle of winter. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I love you all, and I'll see you in the mid-December readings. Take care, Aries. Bye-bye.